it was nice for me that I felt like I was positively helping the experience. I was there for charity, and I was facilitating the way she wanted to go do it. So I think I was respectful, but I was like a part of it, and I felt like I was contributing because I could definitely, because it was good. It was very good for us. We were very close when we was doing it. So like we're in the birth stool, so I'm literally holding her up like this. She can lay back on me, and I can like I'm coaching her through it, which is
you look so good. I'm so proud of you.
It was nice. The funny thing, after like going through a little bit, I don't look like it, but I used to work out a lot more, and so it's sort of like when you're lifting and you're spotting somebody else through like a really hard lift, you're like, oh yeah, dude, come on, you can do it. But just the female equivalent of all that. So it's very good. It was like a good also like for our relationship. It was a good like bonding experience. We both went through it. We were right there with each other when it happened. And then the baby pops out, and you're right there, and you're cutting the cord. It was very cool. But again, I think it all comes down to what for me it was, okay, what's going to make Charity most comfortable with this? What's going to empower her to have the kind of birth experience she wants? And then, okay, there are ways I can support that. That's cool. So we'll go do it.
There was a moment where he was like supporting me, and I was breathing, and he decided he was going to breathe with me, and I just did that, right? And I was like, because it wasn't like the same depth, and it wasn't the same tone, and it wasn't as long, because I was like, you kind of sound like a cow, but he took that very well, and so it just was like, feedback.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing. So.
Fake it till you make it.
You fake it till you make it, and so I really appreciate it. But babe, I'm so proud of you. Like, you're doing good. Like, yay! It was awesome. Yeah.
Questions that you like to ask?
I know. I feel like we're like so many.
We're the last one. They probably got all.
I know. I will have to tell you that if you are able to or choose to not have epidural, you're able to do that. Like after the head comes out, oh my God, you feel so good. Like the rest of the body, so easy. It's just like. And one of the things that I did, I never pushed, so there wasn't like a. Again, I never did that. I just breathed down, and the visual that I had was a wave starting at the top of my head, and like, how you like body roll down, right? Like, honest to goodness, like it was like a wave, and I would just breathe, and I would breathe down. And it wasn't until Jenny, I think I got better at it. When I would exhale, I let it go, because I think sometimes women, you're just like, you're like, like try to, it sounds so feminine, sexy. No, just go, just let it go. And it sounds, I was with a group of ladies the other day. I was like, when you have an orgasm, you're just like, whatever. Do that, like go find your voice, right? Find that like visceral release inside of you, and just find that, because once I was able, she's like, let it go, like let it, she has this voice, let it go, and I was like, well, that sounds like, that sounds good. Okay. And once I found that voice inside of me, it was so much better, and I was able to breathe deeper, and I just felt a little bit like I could handle it better.
Yeah. The only I was just trying to think, the like logistical thing. The only other thing I would think about, if you do give birth in a hospital, you can actually get out of there very quickly if you want. So we gave birth. We got to hospital at 6:30. Gave birth at 10:03. 10:06. Yeah. And then we went home the next afternoon.
Yeah.
So they'll just like you gotta be there overnight, and the doctor needs to come check. There's a couple things that have to happen, but besides that, you're just sort of sitting around, and they want you to be there so they can charge you and stuff. But if you go, hey, can we go home? Like, they can check you out next day as long as everything's okay. And I would highly recommend doing that, just because hospital, especially the hospitals, are very nice. Glen Eagles was great. Nothing wrong with it. But just get the heck out of there. Go home.
If you want to.
Yeah, if you want to. I would recommend going home, because like I feel like you can be more comfortable in your house. That's where you're going to be. Those first couple of days are crazy anyway. Be crazy in your own house so you can start to figure out like how you, because even silly stuff like, okay, where what's the comfortable pillow configuration, and then what do we like to do, and we're little things that you're not going to figure out until you actually have the baby and you're actually in your home. And the sooner you can do that, the better. It's better than, again, nothing wrong with the hospital, but that's not where you're going to be living with your child for months on end. So I would just get it out of there as soon as you can.
And postnatally, my breastfeeding, my nipples, no issues, like no cracking, no bleeding. So just be kind of like the latch is so crucial. I had, she was born on a Tuesday. On Friday, my milk came in, and I had like boobs up to here. Like I was like, I pressed my head on this. Like they were so huge. But Jenny did her postnatal with me, and she actually did like a hand express, and I was like, oh my god. Brutal, like she's like, but it feels so. I mean, it really like they're hard as rocks, and so. But the hand expressing, but I have not had any issues with my like nipples, breastfeeding, all of that. So if you're afraid of that, don't be. Just get the latch right, and these professionals like they really do help, and it's been great. So this is Ayla. Yeah. She's wearing shoes today for the first time for you guys. They're a little bit big, but we put socks on. If you guys ever want to reach out to me personally, get my information from Jenny, I'm happy to, send you love, light, whatever, answer any questions. So it's going to be great. Don't worry. It's fun. Good.
Thank you.